6 geopolitical zones in the country, 36 states in the Federation. Let's see who gets a mention on news across Nigeria today as we bring you stories from across some of those states. Hello and welcome. I am Olumide Mukoli. At the vanguard is the South-South. The Akwa Ibom state government says it will continue to partner with youth in the state by consciously exposing them to skills acquisition and training within and outside the state to make them economically independent. The governor, Mr. Udom, gave the assurance at a gathering with youth in Udom, the state capital, during activities put together to mark this year's International Youth Day. Governor Emmanuel said his administration's resolve to partner with the youth was born out of his conviction that any society that believes in the future must invest in its young folk. He assured them of his administration's commitment to the creation of a better future and asked for their cooperation with his administration to ensure the success of its numerous people-oriented policies. Just days ago, 100 youth of Akwa Ibom State origin left the state for Israel to undergo skills acquisition training in various aspects of agriculture.
This is the first time we are gathering like this after the election, and I place it on records that the youths, the women and the youth really supported my being here. It depicts a partnership between the youths and the state and underscores the fact that we are on the right track in our journey to the land of greatness. Our partnership is encouraging. It is a testimony, actually, to me, that the youth of Akwa Ibom State appreciate our modest effort at eradicating poverty and associated vices through creating employment and positively engaging our people. It is a vision we shall sustain and jealously guard. Let me announce to you that whoever thinks that you are the leaders of tomorrow is wrong. Your leadership begins today, not tomorrow.
Udom Emmanuel, Akwa Ibom State Governor. Second is Delta State, where the governor there, Mr. Ifeanyi Okowa, has been speaking on some developmental projects in the oil-rich state and their importance to the economy and the region, as well as the entire country. Speaking to journalists after a meeting with the President, Muhammadu Buhari, in Abuja, the nation's capital, Governor Okowa highlighted the job creation potential of the Delta Gas City project, the Warri Port, and the second Niger Bridge.
We are all aware of the Gas City project in Delta State at Ogidigbe in the Escravos, and we thought that we needed to bring it to the knowledge of Mr. President that that project, which is a public-private partnership project, is something that would create a lot of jobs for Nigerians, and we thought that there was a need for that project to be given some strength, and we believe that it is in the interest of Nigeria and Delta State that that project is carried on. Beyond that, we're also aware that the Warri Port has come alive, and even with the refinery that has started, the port activity is improved, but there is a problem because of the Escravos Basin. The situation that has been going on for some years is quite some problem. Because of that, we have a low draft, and we believe that the dredging of the Escravos Bar will help to improve the port activities and improve the size of cargoes that come to the Warri Port.
Delta State Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. We're going to stay in the Niger Delta region now, and in a bid to control drug abuse in Delta States and its environs, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the NDLEA, in conjunction with the Association of Patent and Proprietary Medicine Dealers, NAPMED, has organized an enlightenment workshop on zero tolerance for drug abuse. The Delta State Commander of the NDLEA, Mr. Frank Anako, who harped on the consequences of drug abuse and dealing on controlled drugs, said the seminar was necessary to engage NAPMED to assist the NDLEA to effectively curtail the excesses of drug abuse. The chairman of Anyocha South Local Government Council, Mr. Isaac Anwuzia, attributed the high rate of crime among youth to drug abuse and accused illegal patent medicine dealers for contributing to the societal menace.
It's all about enlightenment, to letting the people know there's a drug problem in the state, just as it is in the whole country, all right? And to educate these critical stakeholders in NAPMED, all right, for them to operate within the ambits and the limits of the law, to know the right drugs to dispense at what time and all that. You know, to empower them. After all, we know that knowledge is indeed power. And when they operate within the norms and the standards, is another way of ensuring a drug-free society. As an agency, we are very prepared, ever, all right, to fight this war. It's a war, all right? The enemy, because the drug traffickers and users are enemy, as it were, and no drug user or drug trafficker will just wait for you to arrest him or her. So there's always a bit of battle. But we are resolved and prepared, all right, to fight this war to the last.
Most of the problems we have in this society are caused by some members who are not registered, who are not members. They have been selling drugs, maybe like all the drugs that are controlled drugs, to these students, and thereby making menace to the society. So that's the reason why we said we should do this, so that NDLA should, you know, that we are partnering with them, so to curb all these people from this society.
Quite a number of internally displaced people are suffering that plight of being displaced in Nigeria at the moment. For those in Edo State, the state government have pledged to lend a helping hand. After the break, please stay with us.